Hi, let's see what's going on here. Hi, you're gonna love this. Since November 28th of last year in Frederick, Maryland, let me turn this down a little bit. It started with a Jarrell Gray, 20-year-old. He was in a fight, and Frederick County Sheriff's Department came out, and the deputy tasered him. Now, the deputy has had run-ins with this kid before. 20 years old, it's not a man. 21's a man, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, the reason the deputy tasered him was he wouldn't take his hands out of his pocket. Now, the parents are looking at a lawsuit against the Frederick County Sheriff's Department, which I think they can't sue them, but they can sue the officer. Anyway, that started the 28th of last November. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is, this past summer, 3 of Frederick County's deputy sheriffs shot a man to death. They went to a domestic dispute, okay? They shot the guy, talked them into coming out. He came out, he had a knife in his hand. Now, the person you would think that they should be tasering would be the guy with a knife in his hand, not the kid with his hands in his pocket, okay? 3 of the sheriff's deputies shoot this man 10 times. God knows how many bullets were shot. 10 rounds hit this guy. That's number 2 since November 28th of last year. All right? Now, moving on. Another incident in Frederick County, this will be number 3, is a police officer comes into this place after having some issues with this guy. Let me go into this. 3 of the incidents happened 9-hour span from Monday to Tuesday. Apparently the police were called in. The guy called 911 a couple times, hung up. Finally, the police come out, and the guy comes out with a hammer. Okay? Now, the guy is shot to death by the officer, and he's shot from 10 feet away. 10 feet away. Okay? It's number 3. It's not even a year yet. Now we go on to the latest one, which was a shoplifter. Okay? And let me read this one. I know I keep doing the whole glass thing. Frederick County Sheriff's Officer, deputy, shot and killed a 40-year-old man today after the man lunged at a Maryland State police trooper. Well, okay, let's think about this. He's lunging at a state trooper. Would you shoot at the guy near a trooper? Okay, that raises one question. Anyway, trooper with a pair of scissors, according to Sheriff Chuck Jenkins. That guy's somebody that I won't even get into that yet. The shooting occurred at 10:54 a.m. and at New Horizon Way. Jenkins said the deputy involved is Corporal, 38 years old, 12-year veteran of the Sheriff's Office. The deputy's name was not released. How convenient. The man stole the necklace, about $500, from K Jewelers inside the Francis Scott Key Mall. 3 state troopers, then get this, chased this guy, okay? And then, of course, the deputy joins in. And guess who shoots him? The deputy. Now, I just got to tell you this. Frederick County, I go in and out of there all the time. These cops in there have become militarized, okay? They're a bunch of 5-foot nothings. I mean, there isn't a man in there who's big enough to be a police officer. I don't understand why. Well, I understand why 4 people are dead within. Now, this last guy was killed, yesterday? Okay? So, not even a year, and 4 people have died at the hands of the police officers. Now, you can tell me, well, Mark, the one guy had a knife, the other guy had a hammer, and this guy had scissors. And I'll tell you that if they would hold true the standards of what a police officer should be, then you wouldn't have these little midgets who are scared to death of their own shadows shooting people. I mean, You got to be kidding me. Where's the training? Where's the hand-to-hand combat stuff? The problem is you're getting these guys who went and served in the military. God bless them in the military. Okay? Doesn't take much to go. I mean, let them go and fight. I'm a firm believer that they can go over there and they can shoot and kill. Okay? Height doesn't make a difference in this. But when you're coming back into society, you have to lose the mentality of a fucking army man or a Marine or whatever, because they're supposed to be here to serve and protect. These son of a bitches come back and they have the intimidation factor running through their heads. They are clique, okay? Now, and then the women. Don't even get me started on women. They got no business being fucking police officers. What? You're going to tell me, oh, she was a great cop. She was a great cop. Why? Because she wrote 1 million tickets? Huh? Because all these fuckers do is hide behind their badges. Back when I was a kid, cops were 6 foot something. They were huge, and they would fuck you up. They pull out that nightstick and they wear you out. These little fucking mini cops, all they know how to do is reach for that goddamn gun. Okay? Now, these guys, if they're that fucking scared of their job, they need to get out of fucking police work. This is bullshit. Now, 4 people are dead at their hands. Yeah, okay, some were criminal. Some had issues, mental issues, like the guy with the claw hammer. But I'm sorry, this is bullshit. And the grand juries have released everybody. Of course, the scissor incident is recent. But let's see, Frederick grand jury, yeah, they'll let him go too. Okay, this is bullshit. What needs to happen is an outside source needs to come into Frederick County, Maryland, and they need to investigate everything because there's an issue going on here. Now, I grew up in Prince George's County, Maryland. When I was a kid back in the 60s, there was big deal about the cops back then in Prince George's County. And what did they do? They brought in an outside source, I don't know if it was FBI or who it is that does the investigations, and they cleaned house and they cleaned up Prince George's County. Now what you got now is you got a pocket here in Frederick County, Maryland, where these guys are running around doing, I mean, if they're so fucking scared that they can't subdue and take down and arrest somebody who has a weapon other than a fucking gun, then this is nuts, okay? This is absolutely nuts. Now I know there's a percentage of you're going to completely disagree. Well, a knife can stab them. Okay, these guys are wearing vests. So yeah, you can get cut on your arms, you can get cut on your neck. Maybe they'll get lucky and get through a vest, but more than likely, they're not going to. And if these guys had the police training they're supposed to have, they wouldn't be quick on the trigger, would they? Huh? And if they weren't 5 foot nothing and scared that they're about to get their ass whipped, they would be able to stand up for themselves and be what police officers should be. But again, you got this midget fucking force who only know how to be big badasses in numbers. They're militarized. They're coming back with the mentality of fucking Iraq, okay? This is not fucking Iraq. You're supposed to serve and protect. You've lost what the fuck you do. And look, personally, I have an issue with these cops anyway. They're talking about how you're supposed to look up to them. Look up to who? The motherfuckers that are flying up and down the road for no particular reason? Huh? The same people that are out there abusing drugs and alcohol, we're supposed to respect them? Huh? They lost the respect level. These motherfuckers have lost people's respect. The only way to get it back is to act like you're part of the people. But these people have lost it. No, they'd rather go to the militarized thing. Well, what happens when you go to that? People just say, fuck you. You know? All right, 2 more things, and then I'm done. My daughter, she was pulled over. I'm looking at my time. My daughter, she was pulled over, and first thing they wanted to do was inspect her car. She was pulled over because she rode on the white line. Nobody has to, you don't have to give up the right for somebody to go through your car. That's bullshit. She told him no. And the guy was like, huh? Yeah, that's right. You can tell a cop no. Last thing is, I go into a Dunkin' Donut, and all of a sudden I got 4 of them scoping me out because I have long hair. Fuck you bastards. You're no better than me. As a matter of fact, you're less than I am. Look, somebody needs to go into Frederick County, FBI, whoever, Maryland State, you need to wake up. You got an issue in Frederick County that killed 4 people within a year, and they've all gotten away with it.